This video is sponsored by Soccer Star Shop, the best place to get yourself the latest football boots and kits for ridiculously cheap prices. The link to their website is down in the description and use the code S2G to get yourself a 5% off on your purchase. On the attack, he's on a great run. Riyad Mahrez crossing it in. That's a very nice cross and Gray slams it home. What a substitution it has been for us, guys. Riyad Mahrez comes on a minute later, puts a brilliant cross into Demarai Gray. Hey guys, how is it going? It is S2G and welcome to Season 2, episode number 13 of the Leicester City Career Mode series. Today's episode is big as well. We've got the second leg of the round of 16 Champions League tie against PSG. The first leg went well for us, but the second leg, anything can happen. Hopefully we can go through to the next round. If you guys are enjoying this series, make sure to drop a like on this video. As usual, 100 likes is the goal for today, and make sure to subscribe for more FIFA 17 content. Now, apart from that PSG game, we've got a ton of Premier League games to cover. First up, we've got Swansea, who are doing well in the Premier League, so we will be playing this game. Then we've got Arsenal, again a tricky game, so that's going to be very interesting at the Emirates. And just a couple of days before the PSG game, that makes it even more difficult. We've then got Middlesbrough, who are also doing well, so that could be a tricky game as well. They're 9th in the Premier League, and then Brighton. So we are going to cover these games. I'm probably going to sim both Middlesbrough and even Brighton because both are home games. I reckon we should be able to get a result. Hopefully, guys, we can win this big game against PSG. That would be incredible. Before we get into our next game, guys, which is of course our first game of this episode against Swansea, let's have a look at our league table. Right now, guys, we are doing so well in the Premier League, top of the league, man. 25 games into the season, 53 points. This season, guys, we could potentially win the league, which will be absolutely insane. Everton in second and are about 7 points behind us. So we are looking front runners to pick up the Premier League trophy this season for the second time. Leicester City have only won the Premier League once in their history. That was, of course, the 2015-16 season. We could potentially do it again, which will be ridiculous. Of course, now we have got a game against Swansea. Before we get into this game, guys, it is now time for a press conference. The first question is from Andrea Smith Hunter. Out of your defense, who do you think is the worst player and who is the best player? This is a very difficult question to answer. Now, I think best player, I'm sure it's got to be Lemos. I think he's been very good for us since joining us. But worst player, I'm not sure. Stones, Grimaldo, Weiser all make a lot of mistakes occasionally. But I can't really choose who is our worst player, so I'm just going to leave it there. Because, you know, all of them make mistakes and I can't really point out a single player as such. But let's move on to our next question. The next question is from Charlie Jordan. Do you see any teams challenging you for the Premier League anymore? Apart from Everton, not really, man. Arsenal are struggling, United aren't doing well, Chelsea are struggling. Look at Liverpool, look at Manchester City and even Spurs. All the big teams are struggling, and this year, guys, could be our season. We should be winning it from this position. It is literally our title to lose. Yes, in the last few games, we haven't been playing well. In fact, we played well against Liverpool, but we were robbed. You guys know about that last-minute penalty. That was just... Man, if you haven't watched that, just go ahead and watch the last episode. You guys will just have a good laugh watching at that penalty decision at the end of the game given by the ref. But anyways, let's not talk about that. I really think, guys, this year the Premier League is ours to win. And I can't see any team apart from Everton challenging us. Let's now play our next game, which is against 10th place Swansea. I was forced to make a few changes in this game because of fitness reasons, and hence Dembele, Hernandez, Trippier and Drinkwater come in, but those guys are solid replacements to have. But I think we've got a very good squad and this should be an easy game for us, at least hopefully against Swansea. Hopefully we can bounce back with a win and get all 3 points from this game. Also, guys, drop in your press conference questions for the next episode down in the comments section and I'll try to feature as many of them as possible. So let's get into this game against Swansea. Back into N'Golo Kante, Drinkwater, or through into Kante. That's a nice pass from Musa, gets it back, should score. How has he missed that? Musa, man, he should be scoring that. Kante did so well to lay the ball off to Musa. A huge chance missed. We've got a corner now, it's going to be taken by Ousmane Dembele. Let's put in a good corner. That's decent. And John Stones, I think, with the header. That was a good attempt from Stones. Takes the shot. Kasper Schmeichel forced to make a big save. Swansea's first chance. And they were pretty close to scoring. I am going to be making a few changes for this second half because we aren't creating that many chances and we aren't even taking the chances. Besides that, in midfield we are losing the physical battle to Swansea thanks to Leroy Ferd. He's such a beast in this game. I'm bringing on Axel Witsel for Danny Drinkwater. Also, I'm bringing on Jamie Vardy for Yannick Carrasco, and I'm playing Musa in that left wing role. Let's see how this works out for us. That is just awful from John Stones. He's given the ball away and Leroy Fer smashes that home. Swansea take the lead. What kind of defending was that from John Stones? He just slipped, or I don't know, he was pushed or something. But that was really bad from John Stones. Big mistake there from him. Leroy Fer capitalizes on that. Makes it 1-0 to Swansea. We've got to find a way to get back in this game. It's full time, guys, and another disappointing result in the Premier League. Now in the last 3 Premier League games, we haven't been able to win, which is just awful. We've got to start picking up some wins in the Premier League. After Swansea scored in this game, we just couldn't create chances, and hence Swansea won the game. We've got to bounce back against Arsenal, hopefully at least a draw, but I'd love to beat them as well. It does look like Everton have dropped points as well. They are now 6 points behind us, but have played a game more than us, so a win against Arsenal could put us 9 points ahead of Everton, which will be fantastic. Arsenal are in 4th, well, they're always in 4th, aren't they, with 42 points, so this isn't going to be an easy game. I'm pretty sure Arsenal have strengthened their team, so I reckon they will have some good quality plays. So let's get into this game against Arsenal. I am making a few changes to my team to keep players fit for the upcoming PSG game, but I am not taking this game for granted, guys. I've started some big plays as well, but I probably will bring them off at half time or so, because I really want to get through against PSG, because PSG knocked us out the last time. I don't want that to happen again, but hopefully we can beat Arsenal as well. We've not won a Premier League game in our last 3 games, so it'll be awesome to get a win, and a win against Arsenal in general would be amazing. This is the Arsenal 11, and it looks pretty similar to their team right now in real life. Not many new signings, but on the bench they've got a couple of new signings like Laporte, but they haven't made that many changes to their team, so I reckon we've got a good chance of winning. Oh, big chance for Arsenal to score. What a save from Kasper Schmeichel. Theo Walcott, I think it was Coquelin actually, who had the chance to score. How is it he not scored from there? In fact, we've got to give Kasper Schmeichel credit for that. That was one hell of a save. That's it, guys, half time, and it has been a struggle for us. Arsenal have had the possession in this half. They were so dominant in this game. They've had a great chance to score, but Kasper Schmeichel just literally saved us from conceding a goal. But besides that, I think we've got to make a few changes for this second half. Mahrez's fitness is already low, and I want to keep him fit for that PSG game, so I am bringing him off for Ousmane Dembele. And I think that is the only substitution I will be making. Hopefully, guys, we can get at least a draw from this game against Arsenal. At this stage, I'll be happy with a draw. Giroud. Cazorla putting it in. Alexis Sanchez with the header. And what was our fullback doing? How do we concede a header from Alexis Sanchez? That is bad, guys. Horrible defending. But to be fair, Arsenal did deserve it. They have been a better side and hence deserving of the goal. Hopefully we can manage to get at least a goal back, guys, or else it'll be 4 games, guys, since we haven't had a win in the Premier League. This, guys, is embarrassing, man. I mean, another loss in the Premier League. Now, this is, I think, our 3rd consecutive loss in the Premier League. After being in such a good position, we are literally bottling it, guys. We've got to improve, especially in the Premier League. Most importantly, guys, in this game, we didn't pose an attacking threat at all. Petr Cech was not forced to make even one good save. Besides that, Musa, he really didn't do anything in this entire game, and I'm now thinking of dropping him for the big games from now on, because he's just not doing well right now. He's missing easy chances, he's not getting into good positions, he's definitely not going to play a part in the PSG game. And now that PSG game, guys, I'm actually nervous even though we have an advantage, because we are playing such bad football, so it is going to be difficult to get through PSG. Demaira Gray now wants an improved contract, and to be fair, I think he deserves it as well. Scored a very good goal against PSG in the away leg, and let's offer him a new contract, guys. I think he's one for the future as well. He's doing well right now as well, so really not one for the future, he's one for the present as well. Let's offer him a new contract, £45,000, and that's not too expensive. Squad rotation, player role, additional 1 year. He should be accepting that contract. It is now time for the big one, guys. Leicester City versus PSG. The first leg ended in a 1-0 win for us, and because of the fact that it was an away goal, we've got a slight advantage against PSG, which could prove to be absolutely crucial. So let's get into this game now against PSG. Hopefully get a win. Let's forget about all our Premier League form and now let's just play our best game against PSG and progress to the quarterfinals of this competition. I am going with my strongest team for this PSG game, man. I'm not messing around at all. We've got to get to the quarterfinals. I really want to progress to the next round. We've got Carrasco, Vardy, Mahrez, all the big players starting. Hopefully we've got enough to get through PSG, and of course we've got that slight advantage as well, which could well be crucial. This is the PSG 11, again similar to the side we faced early on in the season, of course, the first leg of this competition. There you go, the team huddle, and I think it's much needed, guys. We've got to put in a good performance now. Last 3 Premier League games have been horrible. Kasper Schmeichel leading the group, guys, just as we want. Let's get a win against PSG. Javier Pastore into Verratti, chance for PSG to score. Oh, big chance for PSG, and they have missed. That was the chance for them to get the equaliser. It is still 1-0 on aggregate for us. Saponara now to Mahrez. Gonna try and take a shot with Mahrez. That's a decent attempt from Riyad Mahrez, just above the crossbar. I'm going to change my formation for this second half. I believe the 4-3-2-1 will help us a lot because our wingers aren't creating that much in this game. So maybe this could help. I'm going to play Witsel in midfield, Kante on the left side, Saponara on the right. Let's see how this works out for us. 53 minutes in this game, it's still 0-0, but on aggregate we will go through if the scores remain the same, and I wouldn't mind that. Oh no, big chance for PSG. It's Cavani who takes the shot, and how close was Cavani to getting the equaliser? PSG have definitely been the better side in this game. We haven't created a single chance, man. Goals have dried up for us right now. We've got to start scoring. Kante, Carrasco, here's Mahrez now. Into Carrasco. Now this could be our chance. Here's Yannick Carrasco. Going to cut inside with Carrasco. Does so well. Yannick Carrasco trying to finesse it. And that's just above the crossbar. Here's Kante. Into Carrasco. Big chance for Yannick Carrasco to score. He takes the shot. It hits the post and hits the post again. We've been unlucky. I was just talking about finding a way to score. But to be fair, we've just been unlucky. This game, guys, we don't deserve to win. But we definitely deserve to score in that moment. Here's Witsel, maybe one chance for us to score and seal this game. Into Carrasco again. This could be his chance to score. Here's Yannick Carrasco going to cut inside. Carrasco with the shot. Yannick Carrasco with the goal. This time he does score. We are going to the quarterfinals of the Champions League. That was a very nice finish from Yannick Carrasco. Bottom right corner. Just turns the defender like he wasn't there. I mean, look at Aurier. Just sent him home, and then that finish. Just perfect. And that is 1-0 to Leicester City, 2-0 on aggregate. That is it, it's full time and we have done it, guys. We're going to the quarterfinals. We have taken revenge on PSG for knocking us out in the previous edition of this tournament, which is fantastic. Let's find out who we'll be facing in the quarterfinals. The draw for the quarterfinals of the Champions League has been made, and we have drawn Juventus. That is going to be one hell of a game, definitely interesting. I'm actually doing a Juventus career mode as well, so I kind of know about their team. It is going to be interesting, definitely. The other draws, we've got Manchester City and Olympique Lyon, interesting as well. Barcelona and Real Madrid, the El Clasico. Real Madrid just managed to edge through Gladbach, 5-4 on penalties, but Barca destroyed Spurs. United and Bayern Munich, that is one interesting game as well. Some very good draws for the quarterfinals. Hopefully we'll be able to get to the semi-finals now, taking it one step ahead. And of course, guys, that is pretty much it for today's episode. I will sim these games against Boro and Brighton in the next episode, probably even Norway, just to make progress in the series. Want to get to this Juventus game as fast as possible. We've got to start picking up wins in the Premier League as well, because we are struggling, to be fair. I mean, yes, we are top of the league, but our last 4 games have been horrible. We could have at least had a very good 18 or 19 points advantage over second place, but now it's down to 6 points because of our form. Hopefully that will change in the upcoming episode. Now, as I said, in the next episode, some nice games we've got. Most importantly, guys, before we end this episode, it is now time to find out who our player of the episode is. For the second time in a row, our player of the episode is going to be Yannick Carrasco. This episode, no player particularly shines out, and I think Carrasco was better of the bunch. I mean, he scored that goal against PSG. Very unlucky against PSG, could have got a brace as well, but I think he's deservedly your player of the episode with an average rating of 8.4. Demairo Gray has accepted his contract, which is great news. Our manager rating is now 79, which is decent. One of our Champions League objectives is to reach the semi-finals. Hopefully we'll get that done. It'll be difficult, but I reckon we will be able to do it. What are your predictions, guys, for the Juventus tie? Let me know down in the comments section below. But that, guys, is pretty much it for today's episode. If you guys are enjoying this series, make sure to drop a like on this video. As usual, 100 likes is the goal for today, and make sure to subscribe for more FIFA 17 content. And I will see you guys very soon for another career mode episode.